All right, everybody, welcome back to the channel. We are in Austin, Texas. We are going to be making a traditional Vietnamese dish with a Texas twist. It's going to be Bun Cha Hanoi. Now, Bun Cha Hanoi is a rice noodle dish with grilled marinated ground pork patties or meatballs and grilled pork belly. Now, since we're in Texas, we have to do some barbecue. Texas is known for beef, brisket, and all that good stuff. But with brisket comes burnt ends. So we're gonna be taking our pork belly and turning it into pork belly burnt ends for this Vietnamese Texas hybrid dish. All right, guys, I'm super excited for this one. Let's get to the kitchen and start cooking.
And as usual, all the ingredients will be linked down below. We're starting out with 2 pounds of ground pork. I mixed it with lean and fatty ground pork. I have garlic, shallots, oyster sauce, fish sauce. I'm gonna add about 1.5 tablespoons of brown sugar, pinch of sea salt, and a lot of fresh cracked black pepper. Now you want to get your hands in there and mix all the ingredients together very well, making sure that everything gets evenly incorporated. Once you're done mixing this, just wrap this in plastic and set it in the fridge and let it marinate for at least 4 hours. Next, we have our pork belly. Since I'm using a smaller grill, I'm going to slice this in half so it can fit properly. The marinade for the pork belly has the same ingredients as the ground meatballs, except with the addition of water. Combine everything into a blender and pour half of the marinade into the pork belly in a plastic bag, reserving the other half for when we smoke. All right, so I'm using a very small Weber grill here, and this is how I'm gonna set up my charcoal. Once I get this fire started, I'm gonna dump it there, and it's gonna start a slow burn, hopefully, all the way down here. Now it's time to start the fire. Now for the pork belly, I like using Vietnamese black pepper. Make sure that you coat all the sides with black pepper as much as you want. Since there's already a lot of salt in the marinade, we don't need to add any additional salt. So just make sure that you cover this with black pepper. Once the coals are done, I'm gonna add some soaked wood chips to the beginning or the head of the charcoal snake. I'm going to be placing the pork belly away from the hot coals. That way it's not too close to the flame and won't get burnt. And I'm going to add a thermometer on the opposite end right underneath the grill vents. Both top and bottom vents are cracked just a little bit. I want to bring the internal temperature of the grill up to about 250, 260, and with the vent being on the other side of the coals, it's going to pull the smoke over the top of the pork belly. And by placing the thermometer where I did, I can just crack the lid to check the temperature without removing the whole top and losing all the heat. Now after our first hour, our temperature is still maintaining about a 260 to 265 degrees Fahrenheit, which I think is perfect for our cook. I'm going to come back in another hour and see how we're doing. After our second hour, I feel like our snake has been burning really nice and slow over here. Okay, so we're at the 3-hour mark. Let's see. Ooh, awesome. Now we're gonna see what the internal temperature is of this guy. Ooh, it's super tender. Oh yeah, we're ready. It's 209 degrees. And the color on these guys are awesome. Ooh, it's really hot. I'm gonna just go like that and let it rest for about, like, let's say 10 minutes. Now remember, we saved some of the marinade from yesterday. I'm gonna reapply some of that to this and put it back on the grill just to caramelize. And we also have to form our meatballs to grill. Those won't take very long. With our ground pork mixture, we're gonna take about a golf ball size, or a little bit smaller than a golf ball size, roll it into a ball, and then flatten it out to a little disc. You want these to be about like 1 or 2 bites, not too big, because you'll be serving about like 5 of these to a person, and then with a couple slices of pork belly. Since these guys already cooked all the way through, don't really need to do anything. All right, and if you see like your flames might be a little high, you know, it's just kind of turn this. Using a small grill, you have to maneuver your grate all around because you don't have a lot of surface area to work with. It smells amazing. I can smell the sugars caramelizing. All right. Oh yeah, there we go. Nice. All right, I'm gonna grill these, and when they're done, I'm gonna take them off and I'll meet you inside. Since this is a noodle dish, you need to cook your noodles according to package instructions. And then I have a bunch of lettuces and herbs and cucumber to go along with this dish. And I've made Vietnamese pickled vegetables before. I will put the instructions down in the description box down below. I have cabbage, scallions, and carrots. We're gonna load our meatballs and then now our pork belly. Lay it on its side and slice at a bias so you get little diamond shapes. It's gonna make the presentation look really nice. This pork belly is so tender, and the aroma of the Vietnamese marinade and the barbecue smoke, it is so awesome. And this is how I'm setting up for an individual portion. A plate of some herbs and vegetables, some noodles, and then your grilled meatballs and pork belly burnt ends all stacked into a bowl. And this fish sauce vinaigrette is very important. It's 3 cups of water, a 1/4 cup of sugar, and a 1/4 cup of fish sauce. And to finish off the dish, garnish with some Thai chilies and our Bun Cha Hanoi with Texas barbecue influenced pork belly burnt ends is done. Now let's go to the table.
This is our Bun Cha Hanoi with our pork belly burnt ends, all right, our roasted smoked pork belly, however you want to call it. This is a nod to Texas style barbecue. Now this broth right here is really light but very savory. I mean, there's nothing but fish sauce and sugar in here, so let's give this a bite. That pork just melts in your mouth. You have some noodles here, and you just dip it into the broth, and you go to town. Probably could have used a bigger bowl, but it's all good. You just have to get some herbs and vegetables in here, all that good stuff. Just dunk it into your bowl like this, and this is one of my all-time favorite dishes. And also spicy. Dip in here, take a bite. Oh, heck yeah. Then wash it down with some pork. If you look at this pork belly, look at, you even have a smoke ring on there. Little bit of a smoke ring. That's pretty awesome. You have that nice bark. Pretty nice bark. Now, preparing the pork belly this way, the smoke flavor is a lot different than the traditional way of doing it, because the traditional way, the pork belly is sliced thin and the drippings drip on the hot coals and it flares up, so you get that char-broiled taste. Well, with this, you get that Texas barbecue smoky flavor. This is a really cool mashup dish. I really enjoy this. Look at that nice grilled char. Oh. Yeah, savory, sweet. The shallots and the garlic definitely present. Bun Cha Hanoi with a Texas barbecue twist. Guys, if you're new to the channel, go ahead, click the like button down below, subscribe, try this dish. Try this dish. I'm gonna continue to eat this until I fall asleep at the table. Appreciate the love and support. Take care of yourselves, and as always, peace.